The other one. No, no. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm.
Balaram, the tape is still playing. I don't think he knows the tape's still playing. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Nama Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल।
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। श्री श्री किशोर किशोरी की जय। श्री श्री किशोर किशोरी की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadadadaine. Praladadadadaine. Hiranyakashipurvasaha. Hiranyakashipurvasaha. Silatankalaye. Silatankalaye. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato yato yamitato Narsimha. Mahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Mahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Narasimha Malim Saranam Prapade. Narasimha Malim Saranam Prapade. Tava Karakamala Varenakam Adbhuta Singram Tralita Hiranyakashipu Tanovindam Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare. Hiranyakashipu Kanavinda Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare. Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare. Jaya Narsimhade Jaya Narsimhade Narsimhade Jaya Narsimhade. Jaya Narahari 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 Jaya Narahari. Jaya Bhakta Pralad Bhakta Pralad Bhakta Pralad Jaya Bhakta Pralad. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, सर्वपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे.
Please repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much for joining us this Sunday afternoon for Krishna Fest. On behalf of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada and Iskcon Chicago, I would like to welcome all of you this afternoon. So, a couple of announcements. Last week I asked you about what's happening on November 1st. So, does everybody remember? Time changing. That's very important. It's not only that the temple is changing the time of Krishna Fest to 5 o'clock in the evening, it is that we are changing to winter timings as well. So you will get 1 more hour to sleep that day. Ekadashi is on Friday, so fasting from grains and pulses and from sense gratification. Opening the fast, breaking the fast will be on Saturday between 7:13 and 10:47. So today's class is being given by His Grace Balaram Prabhu. Let's welcome him. Hari Bol. So today is the third part of a series of lectures which has been going on for last 2 Sundays, and it is the loving exchanges. So today is the third part. And that reminds me, last week we spoke about prasadam, and after, it was a wonderful class. So many devotees came to me and they really admired the way it was presented. And some of them even wanted me to convey a message to all the congregation members that prasadam being Krishna's mercy shouldn't be wasted. So I see, and they have observed that a lot of prasadam ends up in the garbage trash can. So if we are not able to finish your prasadam for whatever reasons, please take it home. Don't throw it in the trash. Okay, thank you. So please get ready for the class. Just make sure that your cell phones are switched off. And let's make an aisle on that side for the devotees who want to come up for darshan. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री किशोर किशोरी की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री श्री गौर निताय की शरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome all of you this afternoon for our Krishna Fest program. This is the third series in the 6 loving exchanges that Rupa Goswami is sharing with all of us in Nectar of Instructions. So we have covered 2. Last week we saw how distributing and accepting prasadam is one way devotees share their love. Srila Prabhupada very beautifully explains in his purport that how in material transactions, when a business deal needs to happen, Prabhupada explains that how the person who is interested in some business, he would take that person out, entertain him, and do many things basically to win or get the business. So Prabhupada compares that to devotional transactions. When we are engaged in devotional services, there is the aspect of love that is exchanged. And how that is exchanged, Prabhupada explains through the teachings of Srila Rupa Goswami. So today we'll be discussing how in this whole transaction, how a devotee shares his heart or reveals his heart and seeks guidance or advice. Before we get into the details of this particular subject, I wanted to explain a concept which is not foreign to all of us, but it will help us understand the purpose of why we come here, why we visit the temple on a regular basis. And if you are not clear, hopefully this few slides that we have will help you understand. Now, why do we visit a hospital? Most of us, if not, have at least visited hospital once in his lifetime. Unless you are totally mystical, where your body does not create issues. The main purpose of visiting the hospital or seeing a doctor is to treat one's body. You have a disease of some kind, you would approach the doctor and the doctor will cure you of that disease. That is the purpose why would you see a doctor or you visit a hospital or, so for that matter, a clinic. So we have this concept in mind. Now what is interesting is, why do we come to a temple? Now, every person who walks from that door and comes here, if you had some mystical power to see what people are asking, you will be amazed. Because this is the only place, believe it or not, people come here to ask for something which they are not supposed to ask. They'll come in front of the Lord, Lord, I have a headache. Can you please cure me? I have a backache. I need a car. I need a big house. I'm constantly fighting with my spouse. Please fix her up or fix him up. So the Lord is also scratching his head. He said, why is this soul coming and asking me for all these things? You would not go to a hospital and ask for these things, because you are very clear what you are expecting when you visit a hospital. Why is it that when we visit the temple of the Lord, we have this confusion? It's because we have not been trained. We have not been trained to ask what we are supposed to ask from the Lord. We don't have that training. And that's why we see all kinds of people coming and doing all kinds of things in the temple. So Srila Prabhupada's vision was so dynamic. He did not want to create a facility just where people could come and just get some peace of mind. Sometimes people have this conception too. They'll come to the temple, sit, and they'll feel some peace. Srila Prabhupada specifically stressed on education. He wanted to give us the knowledge by which we can free ourselves. Right? So when we go to the hospital, we see there are doctors. Right? What do the doctors do? They basically treat our body of any disease or any ailment. Right? That is the concept we have. When we visit the temple, we have devotees. And what do the devotees do? They treat the disease of the mind. Now, what is the disease of the mind? The disease of the mind is we think that we are this body. And this is the fundamental teaching that Krishna gave to Arjuna in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And Srila Prabhupada, when we came to the West, this was one point he was making all of us understand. That we are not this body. And this is the disease of the mind. That's why in Sanskrit, temple is called mandir. Mandir means one that cures the disease of the mind. And we have devotees, like we have expert doctors. They know how to treat a disease. Similarly, we have expert devotees. They know how to cure the sick mind. And we are all having different degrees of sickness of mind. But one of the fundamental truth, or one of the fundamental disease that our mind is afflicted by is we think that we are this body. So we have to understand, we have to grow from here. Once we understand this concept, every Sunday, if you're lucky or if you're fortunate, you come to the temple, you visit the temple. When we go back home, we have to understand, we have to start thinking, has my disease of the mind reduced to some degree? Would you think you go and see a doctor on a weekly basis, but if you're not cured of your disease, would you ever visit that doctor again? The expectation that you have when you visit the doctor is that the doctor is going to cure your disease. And based on the medicines that he gives, based on the consultation, the advice that he gives, you know that this medicine is working. So similarly, when we leave this facility, we need to feel the same thing. Have I developed attraction towards the Supreme Lord? Is my material disease, because I'm thinking I'm this body, has it reduced? Then that's a success of your coming and visiting here. And the purpose of these presentations are basically to make us understand this principle. So when we come here to the temple, outside of the fun that we all have in singing and kirtan, we are putting our heads and mind to understand the philosophy. That is an important aspect. So, as I explained, right, this topic today is revealing one's heart and seeking advice. Now, on a bodily platform, when we are deceased, we consult the doctor. Right? You reveal your heart. You can't hide anything from the doctor. If you hide anything from the doctor, then you're not going to get treated properly. It's pretty obvious, right? So in confidence, there are so many laws in this country, right, to keep the medical history confidential, all kinds of things. So the patient is very confident that whatever problem he has regarding his body, when he's sharing, he knows the consultation he's going to get is excellent. And ultimately, the goal is to cure the disease of the body. So similarly, in our devotee setup, right, a devotee is sharing, he's revealing his heart with this purpose in mind. And what is the purpose? Is to free ourselves from this bodily conception. And that is the purpose in why a devotee comes together. And Prabhupada calls this the loving exchanges. When devotees meet, outside of discussing mundane things, the central focus should be on how are we growing spiritually. On a regular basis, we have our practices, like the doctor prescribes certain medicines. Our spiritual teachers have prescribed certain medicines for us. Right? We have to chant regularly the holy name. It's the medicine in this age of Kali to free our mind from these bodily designations. We honor Krishna Prasadam. Last week we saw a beautiful presentation on how this Prasadam creates a sense of, it purifies our consciousness so we can accept and we can understand this knowledge better. So when devotees meet, they reveal their hearts to another devotee, talking about the subject matters. Now, the question is, the why question is pretty much obvious, right? Why we are supposed to reveal one's heart to a devotee. We have problems. It's not that when you come to spiritual life, your problems are gone. Has anybody has experience of that? That as soon as you dive into spiritual life, all your problems shoo away? Anybody? Problems shoo away. In fact, problems increases. Now you may wonder, oh, this is not what I heard when I first came here. I was told I'll be very happy and blissful. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his Shikshashtakam teaching, he explains, right, as soon as you start chanting the holy name, we become free from material distress. And that is a fact. Becoming free from material distress basically means that all your material attachments that you had will be taken away. And sometimes that's very painful. Those things that we are very deeply attached to, when it is taken away, it is extremely painful. So the why aspect of why we need to reveal our heart to devotees is so that we can share their experiences. So that is an important aspect. And what to share? This is also an important point, because every person who walks into this temple or every person who you see around the temple, you don't go and revealing your heart. You need to have a relationship. Right? So we build relationships over the period of time, and that's why we have the Sunday feast. Srila Prabhupada set up this weekly event so that devotees could come together and develop relationship with each other. And when there is bonding, when there is relationship, then you can reveal your heart and learn from devotees. Now the key aspect here is who to reveal the mind, who to reveal one's heart so we can seek advice. So we'll see, there are many examples that I'd like to share this afternoon. How when a devotee revealed his heart to somebody, what was the result? And when you follow that advice, what was that result? So, who do you reveal our heart to? We can share that with one's guru. We can share this with one of our friends who's a devotee. If your parents are devotee, you can share it with your mother or father. If your spouse is a devotee, you can reveal your heart to your spouse. So, we will see some examples of how a devotee, when he shared his heart, when he was in need, when he was in distress, what was the outcome of it. So the first example that comes, which is known to everybody, Arjuna, we all know his situation, how he was so much perplexed, so much confused about performing his duties. And in that confused state, he approached his friend actually. Krishna was his friend. Krishna says, Bhakto asi me sakha cheti. He's telling that Arjuna, why am I revealing this truth which is known to nobody? Because you are my sakha. So Arjuna and Krishna had a relationship of friendship. They were like peers. So Arjuna, in the battlefield, when he was confused, when he was bewildered, he took to shelter of Krishna and he revealed his heart. And so many wonderful arguments he made. So what was the outcome of this revealing of his heart? Was this transcendental science that we all know by Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So this is what happens, right? When we reveal our heart in confidence with somebody, in this case, it is the Supreme Lord who acted as his guru, who acted as his friend, and we have Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The next example, Vyasadeva was in a similar situation. Now here, the revelation is happening between a guru and disciple. The previous example we saw was between friends. So Vyasadeva, who is the compiler of all the Vedic literatures, he is sitting in his ashram and he is morose. Can you imagine somebody with that caliber, that knowledge, compiling all the Upanishads, all the Vedas, Vedanta Sutra, and he felt deep moroseness within him. So he felt a need that he needed to reveal his heart to somebody. And who was that somebody? None other than his spiritual master, Sri Narad Muni. And as soon as he revealed his heart to Narad Muni immediately gave him the medicine. So he basically gave him an advice. And what was his advice? That my dear Vyasadeva, no doubt you have compiled all the different Vedic literatures. But the problem is that you have not sufficiently glorified the activities of Krishna. So you please glorify the activities of Lord Krishna. In fact, it is explained that Vyasadeva had already compiled Srimad Bhagavatam. He went and re-edited. Based on the instructions of Narad Muni, he went and re-edited Srimad Bhagavatam, and we know the result of this revealing of heart was this beautiful scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is Vaishnavanam Priyam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that this particular scripture is so dear to the Vaishnavas. Why? Because it exclusively glorifies the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. So that was the result of revealing his heart in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. The next example we have is the example of Dhruva. We all know this story, how Dhruva was insulted by his stepmother. And the result of that insult was that he took shelter. He took shelter of his mother, Suniti. She was a devotee of the Lord. And in that distressful condition, Dhruva revealed his heart to his mother. And what is the advice that his mother gave? His mother said, I have heard that the Supreme Lord Vishnu, he resides in the forest. And there are many sages who have gone there and they have taken darshan of him. So your distress can only be relieved by the Supreme Lord. Now Dhruva was 5 years old. He took that advice so seriously. In fact, Srila Prabhupada explains, Narad Muni, when he saw Dhruva entering the forest, he told Dhruva Maharaj that you are a 5-year-old boy. Go home, play with your toys. This forest is not meant for you. But Dhruva was so determined. That's why his name. Dhruva means one who has determination. He was so determined to take this advice of his mother seriously. And he told Narad Muni on his face, if you're not going to help me, move aside. And that was, Narad Muni was so convinced and so happy with his determination that he blessed him. So the result of in this episode, the result of Dhruva Maharaj revealing his heart to his mother was that he became a self-realized soul. In 6 months, Dhruva Maharaj saw the Supreme Lord Shri Vishnu face to face. The outcome of his revealing his heart to his mother. The next example, Sudama's wife revealing her heart to Sudama. This is a beautiful story. It comes in the 10th canto. How they were living in a very poor condition of life. And one day, Sudama's wife told him, because she had heard that Sudama studied with Krishna, who is now Dwarkadish. And he is living in Dwarka, in a beautiful palace. So she revealed her heart to her husband. That, my dear husband, please go. Please go to Dwarka and meet your friend. And ask from him some favors. Now see, in all these examples that we are citing, there is a common thread. A devotee is revealing his heart, and the result of revealing one's heart is you get some advice. And anytime when you sincerely reveal your heart and when you get the advice, if you accept that advice and follow that advice, then we have results like Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, self-realization. And here, although Sudama was reluctant, he nevertheless accepted the advice of his wife. Actually, husbands don't have choice. And on the advice of his wife, he went. So what was the result? His wife got what she wanted, and he got what he wanted. Because he was a devotee of Krishna. So on the pretext of seeing Krishna, to make some request on behalf of his wife, he took that as an opportunity to take darshan of the Lord and worship him. So that was the result of the revelation of heart. As I was explaining, the common thread, we have to understand this seeking advice. You are revealing your heart not for fun. You are revealing your heart because you want something. Arjuna, when he was revealing his heart, he wanted to free himself from this anxiety, from this calamity. And he received the advice. Right? And what was the outcome in the end? Arjuna took up his bow and arrow and started fighting. Same thing with Srimad Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva, when he was morose, when he got the advice, he implemented it and then became very happy because he glorified the Supreme Lord in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now a most contemporary example, right? This is, some may say these are all glorious examples, but the most contemporary example which is very revealing is, most of you know, last week we heard this beautiful song that was played. George Harrison, as most of you know, he loved devotees. And after reaching the height of success, one day when he met Srila Prabhupada, he revealed his heart to Srila Prabhupada. He told Srila Prabhupada that, Srila Prabhupada, I want to renounce everything. I want to shave up and I want to join the temple full time. Now can you imagine having a disciple like him? Right? But here is the beautiful example of Srila Prabhupada's genius. Now Srila Prabhupada could have told him, yes, please join the temple, and there will be a big advertisement next day in the newspaper. George Harrison has become a Hare Krishna. He's joined the temple full time with a shaved head, shika, and a bead bag in his hand. And his guru is His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. But what was the advice Srila Prabhupada gave him? And which he acted upon. He was serious. He was not just saying because he wanted to flatter or gain some favor from Srila Prabhupada. He was actually in distress. He was so successful, but he was distressed. So Srila Prabhupada told him, no, there is no need for you to shave up and join the temple. You should stay where you are. In fact, through your activities, if you glorify Krishna, through your songs, if you can glorify Krishna, you will get the same benefit. And you will get the happiness that you're looking for. And that was the inspiration behind the song that he composed, My Sweet Lord, which is so famous all over the world. So we can see when a sincere devotee, when he approaches another devotee and he reveals his heart, and if he is sincere enough when he receives the advice, when he implements that advice. Now the story doesn't end here. When Srila Prabhupada was in his final stages, when Srila Prabhupada was about to leave this world, Srila Prabhupada, with tears in his eyes, he took out one of his rings. Srila Prabhupada was wearing a golden ring. In that state, when he is surrounded with all his senior sannyasi disciples, all the leaders of the society, Srila Prabhupada took out a ring from his hand and he handed out to Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, and he told him, he said, please give this ring to George. I wanted to express my gratitude because it was George Harrison who gave the funds to publish the Krishna book. So Srila Prabhupada in that state, he was so grateful to George. Can you imagine? That Prabhupada is so grateful for the service that he rendered. It is very interesting how this whole book came about, the Krishna book. And again, here is another example of interaction between two devotees. Prabhupada used to joke, George Harrison doesn't need to be initiated. People used to ask him, Prabhupada, are you going to initiate him? Prabhupada said, no, he's already Hari's son. So he doesn't need to be initiated. So this is a beautiful story that His Grace Shyam Sundar Prabhu, who was very close, in fact, he was the one who first met George Harrison. He tells this story. And again, here's an opportunity, here's another beautiful example of how when a devotee who is sincerely revealing his heart, what miracle can happen. So one time Srila Prabhupada approached Shyam Sundar Prabhu and he told him that we need funds to publish Krishna book. And I want you to go and ask your friend George Harrison. So Shyam Sundar Prabhu was not very pleased by hearing that. Because he said, how can I go and ask him? He will think I am also here for money. So he did not feel like doing that. But because spiritual master has said, so I have to do it. I have no choice. But because he had this friendship, because he had this relationship with George Harrison, he went ahead and he approached him. So one evening, both of them are sitting in George's house. It was evening, late in the evening. So they are discussing the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. George is sharing his heart about his problems. And Shyam Sundar Prabhu is telling the details about how he is talking about Srila Prabhupada, he is talking about the society, he is talking about the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. And in his back of the mind he is thinking, how am I going to ask him that can you please give money to publish Krishna book? But again, he had to say it. So what happened? He took this as an opportunity and he revealed his heart to George. He said, my spiritual master would like you to give some funds to publish Krishna book. And he said it. As soon as he said it, the lights in the house went off. There was total darkness. Shyam Sundar was very happy because he didn't want to see his face after making such a request. And in his mind, in his darkness, he's thinking, oh, now he's going to say, you are also like others. But because he revealed his heart with so much sincerity, after a minute or two, the lights came back. And there was a big smile on George Harrison's face. And the first word that came from his mouth was, how can I refuse this offer? And Shyam Sundar Prabhu was bewildered. He was happy, but he was like, really? He said, yes, I'll be more than happy to publish this Krishna book. And those of us who have read Krishna book, in the beginning there's a short introduction that George Harrison is making. And Prabhupada asked the devotees to publish that. Because Prabhupada was so grateful. Can you imagine every person in this planet who is holding the Krishna book? No doubt, it is Srila Prabhupada's mercy on all of us. But the person who was instrumental in getting this book in the hands of millions of people is out there. And that's why when Prabhupada was leaving this planet, Prabhupada was so grateful to him. He was so grateful, that's why he took out a ring and gave it to him. In fact, when George Harrison left this world, there were only 3 devotees. He did not want anybody else next to him. There were 3 Hare Krishna devotees next to him during the time of his death, chanting for him when he left this world. But it all happened by this interaction that he had when he revealed his heart to Srila Prabhupada. So this principle of revealing one's heart to devotees is a very, very important aspect of Krishna consciousness. And that's the reason Rupa Goswami has not only acknowledged it, right? Guhyam Akyati Prachyati, that is the Sanskrit that Rupa Goswami is sharing. Guhyam means something, you share your heart, you reveal your heart in confidence to another devotee. And when we do that with sincerity, we see amazing results come out. So, for you and me, these are wonderful examples. How do we practice this at a practical level? Because every Sunday you walk into the temple, we meet so many devotees. Now, within our Chicago area, we have a facility. Some of us who cannot come to temple regularly. Now, even if you come to temple every Sunday, you come, you sing, you take darshan of the Lord, you attend the lecture, you take prasad and you go home. Sometimes there is not much opportunity for you to interact with devotees. So, what we have done is we have this, what we call it Bhakti Vrikshas around Chicagoland. And this Bhakti Vriksha is an opportunity where we can go and develop relationship with devotees. But again, the primary purpose is this, that at some point we feel comfortable enough to reveal our heart to the devotees in confidence and seek advice. This happens on a daily basis actually. For some of us who are practicing Krishna consciousness for some time, this is a daily affair because there's always something going on. There's always some confusion. There's always some perplexity. And the cure for that is we reveal in confidence and when we seek advice. Now, some of us who come here on a regular basis, the primary source of knowledge is this Sunday feast lecture. But Srila Prabhupada encouraged us that we study, we read his books on a regular basis. What happens when we read these books? We naturally develop a sense of understanding about the scriptures, and then we will naturally inquire. Srila Prabhupada, in the purport to this verse from the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 34th verse, where he talks about Tadvidhi Pranipatena, how a devotee should approach the spiritual master, or for that matter a devotee. He approached very systematically. Prabhupada explains systematically how we should approach a devotee. We should be submissive. Now usually one may wonder, the examples that we shared, one was between friends, one was between the guru and disciple, one was between mother and a son, one was between husband and wife, and here also the relationship is here of a guru and a disciple. Now for you and me, the best way this Guhyam Akyati Prachyati happens at a peer level. Because sometimes we may not have access to our spiritual master. Our society is so big. We may not have daily access to our spiritual master to discuss our problems, to reveal our heart. So at a practical level, this aspect of revealing heart and seeking advice happens at a peer level. Peer level basically means developing friendship among other fellow devotees who are at a realization at an equal level, or at least who have come together in Krishna consciousness at the same time. There are wonderful things that comes out when we meet, and that is the purpose of this Bhakti Vrikshas that we have. And I was told to put this at the end of my presentation. The whole presentation was actually in a way advertisement for this. So you'll all be inspired to participate, right? You can see there are about, I don't know, I can count, there are probably 15 to 20 different such groups. These are all mini hospitals or mini temples, right? Sometimes you don't have the opportunity to come here so far, but find a facility near your place, wherever you live. If there's an opportunity to get yourself connected to one of the devotees who's running their Bhakti Vriksha, and then you can connect with them and develop this relationship. So when we have an opportunity to reveal our heart and seek advice, that opportunity is there, and these events can facilitate that. So that was the purpose of this afternoon's presentation. Anybody has any questions about what we discussed? Yes. Yes, somebody can pass the microphone.
Hare Krishna. I exactly don't remember the exact words, but I have watched Mirabai drama, you can call. And that's where Mirabai, when she was like very young, she asked her mom, because she saw from her home window that one wedding was going on. So she said, who is going to be my dulha? And she inquired, asked questions, and her mom right away just said, Krishna, because the Krishna's altar was right there. So she said, Krishna is going to be your dulha. And then since then, because this is the example I'm also thinking. along with your examples. That Mirabai, then she was with Krishna the whole life. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Anybody else? Any comments from anybody? So please take advantage of this facilities that we have, the mini temples that we have around your neighborhood, where you can get connected and an opportunity for you to reveal your heart and seek advice. The ultimate purpose, as I explained before, is we have to understand why we come here. And if that understanding is there, then we will advance rapidly in our spiritual life. Otherwise, this place becomes a place for socializing. No doubt, this is an opportunity for that also, but at the same time, we have to keep this in mind, that is my sick mind becoming cured of this disease? What we are thinking that we are this body. As long as that is reducing, then you know that this hospital in the form of this temple is helping us cure this disease. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Keep it simple. Jai Ho, Shakta Prabhu.
She's supposed to be doing the first song for you. Is Lakshmi here? Would you like to do kirtan?
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatyarishatarine Namaste Saraswati Nirvishesha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.